This one's probably going to be a long one. And I mentioned this on the Voice of the Broken TikTok account. I'm going to go into this here as well. So I'm getting decompressed last week, and I'm laying on this table, and I'm looking at this TV, and on this TV there's a small village, maybe 30, 40 houses. On one side is a giant lake, on the other side is a bunch of trees, and there's a road running up to the mountains with ice-capped mountains, snow-capped mountains. And I'm laying there looking at this thing, and I'm thinking how amazing it is. And then I think to myself that the people that live in that town that have been there their entire lives take that entire view for granted because that is just their landscape. They don't have anything else to look at. It is their everyday life. Then I thought about the beaches here in Florida and how much I hate them because I don't fuck with the beaches here. I don't want to be around all of that. I would rather go somewhere else. And when I'm somewhere else looking at beaches, I vibe with it because it's new. And then I started thinking about the things that we take for granted in life because we see them every day. And then I started thinking about the relationships where people have been in relationships for 5, 10, 20 years, 30 years, and they overlook their person. They overlook the things that their person does for them, and they just take it all for granted because it's been there every day for the last however many years, and they don't have to work for it anymore. They don't have to chase it anymore because it's just going to be there. And I went down a whole rabbit hole of people taking things for granted and not looking at it with fresh eyes and making sure that you maintain that landscape or maintain that relationship. And it sent me down a whole thing. Since then, I have implemented gratitude. I have woke up every morning and I have sat down with my caffeine and I am getting caffeinated and I'm going through the things that I have to do. But before I do any of that, I go through a list of 15 to 20 things that I'm grateful for. We made a small TikTok, doing the two of us doing that. But one of the things that hit me this morning is how fucking content and perfect my life is right now. I've worked really hard to get to where I am. I've worked really hard on my communication. I've worked really hard on my relationship and trying to make sure that I have good, solid people around me. And my marriage is fucking amazing. My friends are amazing. And I am truly humbled by the life that we get to live every day. I get to wake up to not only a beautiful woman, but my best friend who fucking loves me unconditionally. And we admire each other, right? And then on top of all of that, the other day, the kids come in the house and one of them says to me, "Pops, you're the best dad ever." And got emotional and kind of teared up a little bit over that because I wasn't expecting to hear that from the kids. I know who I am to them. I don't know. My life is fucking incredible. I'm grateful. I was going to post this back to the Voice of the Broken account because that's my actual TikTok account that I use for whatever I feel like posting. But I think that you guys all need a reminder to take a look at your life because we could all be doing a whole lot worse than we are. And if you're working on becoming a better version of you and you're working on doing things with your marriage or your relationships and you're trying to build new bridges and you're trying to achieve new things, it's possible. It's going to take a lot of work. Sometimes it may not come as fast as you want, and sometimes it may not come because you're not ready for it. If I would have gotten what I wanted 10 years ago, this wouldn't have been a thing. God knew I wasn't ready for it, and he wasn't willing to give it to me yet. So this is just a whole lot of gratitude this morning, I guess. Don't take your life for granted. If you have things in your life, you need to truly appreciate it. You need to look at the landscape as if it's new every day because it's not going to be there one day.